What's up guys, welcome to another episode of The Remake, and today we're going to be going over 10 epic rap battle verses that absolutely destroyed their opponent. Now, for a couple of maintenance reasons, this is all in my opinion, of course, so if one of your favorite verses doesn't happen to make it in this video, make sure you guys let it be known by comment down in the comments down below. And while you're at it, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button because it's highly appreciated. And also, if you're new to this channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that notification icon so you guys get future notifications of my future videos. So guys, I gotta be honest with you, there was a lot of research. I had to go through so much epic rap battle verses to find out which one is the best verse that absolutely destroyed their opponents. And let's start off with number 10. And that is Hitler versus Darth Vader, number 2, second verse.
Vader, you appear to be in pain. You need a vacation. Here, take a trip on my tray. I mean, you leading an army of white men, disgraceful. Even your mic skills still aren't fully operational. You got white bitch pregnant and gave in to the hate. Now you're 6'6" in black but can't get a date. Lightsaber, you need a lifesaver. Use some of your force to fix your fucking respirator. You think you're powerful with your fingerneck pinches? You couldn't even get your own son into the family business. Everything you do is an epic fail. Now stand at attention and think fucking hair. What's wrong, Annie? Can't take anymore? Not surprising coming from the Emperor's hall.
Now, to be honest with you, Darth Vader did have some great punchlines in there, but at the same time, he did not match the charisma and velocity that Hitler gave on his verses. And just to be honest with you, just listening to that second verse, it actually blew my mind away, and I was like, man, you know what? Being the person he's representing, I really don't want to give it to him, but yeah, he has to get it. Number 9 is Stevie Wonder versus Wonder Woman, Stevie Wonder's both verse.
I feel like this is the beginning, but you have sucked for a few thousand years. I'm a man who comes from a higher ground, and I say DC is a whole step down. I'm spitting out hits in both fingertips, so use the tip of your fingers and read my lips. Now how you gonna talk about a bat being blind? You need to echo relocate to the 4th of July. Independent, or at least you try, but your first story is you running off with a guy. Okay, now look, I'm the ceremony master blaster with the bars, and I got more Grammys than your panties got stars. Ignorant questions can never cause as much pain as never knowing how stupid you look in your airplane. You're a misguided C- on the backdrop test joke, and my worst song is better than your best TV show. I'm walking my shoes, so stick to your red boots. With heart so thin, even I can see through. It's not a superstition, I believe you got this. Not even your tiara's coming back from this.
Now, Stevie Wonder had some amazing punchline, but just the way he delivered it, and to be honest with you, Wonder Woman had some good punchlines too, but not compared to Stevie Wonder, or maybe the fact that it was just T-Pain. I don't know, I'm a huge fan of T-Pain. In at number 8 is Stephen Hawkins versus Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawkins' last verse.
There are 10 million particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama took the ugly ones and put them into one nerd. You wanna bring the heat with the mushroom clouds you're making? I'm about to big raps from scratch like Carl Sagan. And while it's true that my work is based on you, I'm a supercomputer, you're like a TI-82.
There are 10 million particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama... oh, yeah. Alright. Absolutely, that verse right there, I guess it was because he was actually singing and rapping with a little bit of autotune, and the way they created that video was good, but the last verse that Stephen Hawkins came in with was just powerful. And that makes it one of the most iconic verses that I've ever heard from the channel. In at number 7 is Doctor Who versus Doc Brown, Doctor Who's first verse.
Ooh, actually, if you don't mind, it's just the Doctor. Doesn't even really matter who am I even talking to? Oh yes, you, the wannabe Einstein, mad as the star. Travels through time but with no cloud, saving the world while you dilly-dally. You can't even invent your way out of Hill Valley. Calm down, will you? Everything is going to be fine. You're not gonna tear any wonky holes in any fabric of space and time. Actually, it's a lot more like a rug, really. Oh, but never mind. Let's just say there's an infinite number of me simultaneously kicking your ass with rhyme.
Now, to be honest with you, when I first saw this epic rap battle, it was like, oh, okay, cool. I like the way he's rapping, but I just got interested in the Doctor Who character. I was like, hey, I'm a big fan of time travel. I need to learn about it. And then I went through a whole rabbit hole of learning about Doctor Who, watching all the classic Doctor Who's and all the new Who, except for the last 2 seasons with Jodie Whittaker. I mean, there was some bad mixed reviews on it, but I'm pretty sure it's good. Now, some of you guys may be saying, no, the last Doctor's verse was awesome and amazing, which it was, but just the swag that the first Doctor, or the 10th Doctor, however you want to call it, the swag that he delivered was even better. I mean, come on. Ooh, actually, if you don't mind, it's just the Doctor. Doesn't really matter who. Who am I even talking to? Oh, yes, you. Weeks after hearing that, that's all I've been saying. In at number 6, Jack the Ripper versus Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter's last verse.
No, Jack, you are doing fine. Before your ham-fisted attempt at a terrorist line. How typical of Jack the Ripper to chase a headline. Pick Ray Liotta's brain, ask him how I get mine. I'm the boom boom of violence, a licensed psychiatrist, 2 times in highest society to the sound of violin. Don't get me wrong, I'd roast both your balls and my hibachi. But for a serial killer, you're as tasteless as a bowl of kashi. You prey on a prostitute and play with her body. I don't mind that you're naughty, Jack. I hate that you're sloppy. Barney, take me back to solitary confinement, cause this dirty little lamb has just been silenced.
Now, what makes Hannibal Lecter's verses so powerful is the fact that he took bits and pieces complimenting Jack the Ripper for his verse style, or his rapping style, and he said, yeah, that was good until you said this, and continue to lay down the pipe bombs, and of course, with a sweet killer finish. In at number 5, Freddie Mercury versus Frank Sinatra, both of Freddie Mercury's verses.
You think I haven't heard those things before? You're just a bully who's too scared to go to war. Get a hit song called My Way, but someone else wrote it.
You're the least talented rat in your whole pack of brothers. You got more notes in your whole range, you can't act and you can't dance. I'm more powerful than you when I'm wearing women's pants.
Why do you stand there in a suit? It's like you're trying to bowl.
When I rock the UK,
South America gets horny.
because my songs have balls. They're the anthems of victory.
Your music is like the soundtrack to a century. You're in the pocket of the mafia and everybody knows.
Giddy dago,
Figaro. Took one for both teams from a disease no one knew existed. I didn't leave a mark on history, I French kissed it. I'm a champion of the world, extinguished in his pride. So kiss my ass, Frank, but you have to wait in line.
I mean, of course, he's not really rapping, he's singing, but you can tell, like, just from the verse itself, I don't even have to play Frank Sinatra's verse, you can tell that he won. And side note, the way they portrayed Freddie Mercury in this video was so amazing. I actually thought Freddie Mercury rose back from the dead and said, hey, you know what? I'm coming back for this video right here. In at number 4, Clint Eastwood versus Bruce Lee. Clint Eastwood last verse. And to be honest with you, the whole entire his entire verse destroyed Bruce Lee in this verse battle, but at the same time, his last verse just went in. I mean, Clint Eastwood absolutely dived into the Chinese stereotypes.
Do you feel lucky, punk? That's what I'm asking. You can't be too tough. You got killed by an aspirin. Your 1-inch punch, same size as your pecker. Leave the rapping to me. Stick to Chinese checkers. I'd beat you in round 2, but that'd be unbelievable. No one in your family ever lives to see a sequel.
And my reaction to when he delivered that very last line,
Beat you in round 2, but that'd be unbelievable. No one in your family ever lives to see a sequel.
oh snap! You heard what he said, dog. You heard what he said. Oh snap, boy! Clint Eastwood just murdered Bruce Lee. No pun intended. In at number 3, Sherlock Holmes versus Batman. Now, the way Batman was rapping, I mean, come on, for him being such an iconic character, I was very disappointed at the way they did Batman. But, of course, they know that themselves.
Dude, that is not a cool way to play Batman.
But Sherlock Holmes' last verse really dived in.
This mustn't register on an emotional level. First, exploit childhood tragedy. Then gesture with pipe. Watson finishes punchline. Next, acknowledge compliment. Conclude with killer catchphrase.
I believe your parents' homicide is why you mask your face. You're shamed and traumatized and haunted by the vast disgrace of watching like a passive waste as mama died and daddy was dispatched with haste. Holmes, you've cracked the case. You're a batshit crazy basket case. Bloody good rhymes. I've got tons. Dissing these dynamic douchebags was elementary, my dear Watson.
Oh my gosh, that was just so beautiful. This mustn't register on an emotional level. First, examine his childhood, blah, 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 and absolutely killed it the way he described it before he even started rapping. Gosh, that has to be one of my favorite. That's why it's in the top 5. Number 2, Goku versus Superman. I guess I'm putting all the DC characters in here somehow, and they're all losing. But Goku destroyed Superman with that last verse. And to be honest with you, Superman had some great line, and me coming from knowing Superman and of course Dragon Ball Z, being a huge fan of both, It made so much sense. It was just bar for bar for bar for bar until Goku delivers that last line.
Don't lecture me about fights, you cave coward. You got your ass beat by a bat with no powers. There's only one way that this battle's gonna end. One more Superman who's never gonna walk again.
Ooh. Hey, Superman. Ooh. Man, I know your legs might be hurting from that last bar right there, but R.I.P. to Christopher Reeves. I mean, I grew up on him. And now for the last verse, number 1. And most of you guys may have guessed it, but number 1 is actually Walter White versus Rick Grimes. Walter White's last verse. Enough said. Just play it. Just play it.
Monsters don't frighten, and you can bite me. I'll be standing right here in my tiny Walter Whiting. I'll bury you faster than your partner stole your whole life. No one saw Shane coming except for your wife.
Now, to be honest with you, I don't care what Rick Grimes could have said or could have done or whatever Walter White said before the final line.
No one saw Shane coming except for your wife.
That line right there stole the entire show. And that's just my opinion. But there you go, guys. Those are, in my opinion, the top 10 epic rattle verses that actually destroyed their opponent. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have a verse that I didn't mention, make sure you guys comment down below. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and also hit that thumbs up. It's highly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful day.